This conference will now be recorded.
So in the previous session, we have discussed about collections and we have discussed what exactly a collection, how to define the collection classes in Salesforce, and what are the various collection classes that we have, how to define each collection. It may be list, it may be set, it may be map. So how to define each and every collection class and how can we manage the elements inside the collections by using ready-made methods we have discussed with the practical. Now today we'll see a feature called as bulkification. It is also called as bulkify process. Then we have to understand what exactly bulkification and what is the use, how to implement bulkification with the help of collections and the iterative statements. Now let's see with the practical. So before going to this concept, let me take a small use case. Let me show you the practical and we'll see what kind of problems will be getting arised, how to solve those problems by using bulkification mechanism. We'll see with the practical. Now now my requirement is I want to insert 200 hiring manager records inside my object. I want to insert 200 hiring manager records inside my object. Then how can we insert this at 200 records? Now let me show you with the practical here. Let's see what kind of problems will be getting arised. Now let me go to my Salesforce org. I'm going to my Salesforce org. I'm going to the developer console. Now I'm creating a new Apex class. I'm creating a class with the name hiring manager helper. With this name already a class has been prepared. Let me create one more class. Hiring manager utility. I have prepared a class. In this class, I want to prepare a procedure which is of type static procedure. Public static void create bulk HR records. So I'm preparing a procedure with the name create bulk HR records procedure. Now, inside this method, I would like to write the business logic. Okay, I want to write the business logic inside this method. Like, I want to write the piece of code. I want to create 200 hiring manager records so that I'm using a for loop. Integer counter equals to 1, counter less than or equals to 200, counter plus plus. Now I have prepared a for loop which will be iterating till 200 times. It will be starting from 1, It will execute this for loop till it is reaching to that counter value as 200 by incrementing the counter value every time by 1. Now, in each iteration, I would like to create one hiring manager record. Now, hiring manager, some HR record equals to new hiring manager. I'm creating the object of the class. I'm passing the values. HR record dot name. I would like to give the name. Sample record hyphen counter. I'm creating the record like this. The first HR record name is okay sample record hyphen one, sample record hyphen two, sample record hyphen three up to 200. HR record dot email address. I'm passing the value sample HR okay plus counter plus @gmail.com. That means the first HR record email ID is samplehr1 @gmail.com, but the second record samplehr2 @gmail.com, like that up to okay multiple. HR record dot contact number. I'm passing the value. Next, I want to pass the remaining values. If counter value less than or equals to 100, I would like to pass HR record dot location Bangalore, HR record dot designation some recruitment specialist, HR record dot employment type. I'm giving the value as some permanent. HR record dot current CTC. I'm passing the value some 14 lakhs. That means if the counter value is less than or equals to 100, that means what? For the first 100 records, I'm assigning that location value as Bangalore, designation as recruitment specialist, employment type as permanent, current CTC as 14 lakhs. For the remaining records here, for the remaining 100, that means else. For the remaining 100 records, I would like to assign some different value over here. Location will be the Mumbai, designation will be HR executive, it will be contract, salary will be 11 lakhs. Now I'm passing the values over here. For the first 100 records, I'm passing different location, designation, employment type, and the CTC. For the remaining 100 records, I'm assigning some different values. Then I would like to insert HR record. That means I'm passing the value, I'm inserting this. Now, so I have prepared the object of the hiring manager class. I'm passing the name value, email ID, contact number, location, designation, employment type, CTC. I'm passing the value. I'm inserting the record inside my object. Then I would like to show the confirmation. If HR record dot ID not equals to null, then I would like to show the message. System dot debug hiring manager record inserted successfully. Record ID is HR record dot ID. So I'm passing the value for these fields. Now I'm inserting these 200 records. I would like to represent the record IDs on my debug log file. Clear up to this one? Now. So now I'm inserting 200 records. Let me execute this method. Observe what will happen in this case. I'm invoking the method by using class name dot method name. Because the method is a static method, directly we are calling by using class name dot method. Now let me click on execute button. Before that, let me check how many records are available in my hiring manager object. Go to the hiring managers tab. Total how many records are available? 62 records are available. Now I'm trying to insert 200 more records. Now let me execute this. Observe what will happen. What is the problem? Hmm. It is indicating a message system dot limit exception too many DML statements 151. Okay, now that means what? Whenever we are performing the operations on your object records, Salesforce has given the governor limits that we can use maximum of 150 DML statements per transaction. Per transaction, we can use a maximum of 150 DML statements, including insert, update, delete, undelete, upsert, merge, combination of all, anything. All may be insert also, all may be update also, all may be delete also. The combination of all also maximum 150. Within one go, within one transaction, we can use maximum of 150 DML statement. But in this case, what is happening here? How many I'm trying to use? 200. Okay, 200. So that's what here up to 150 it will be acceptable. At the time of 151th DML statement, it will hitting the governor limit. It will show the error message boss. Okay, we have given the limitation of using 150 DML statements per transaction, but you are trying to use more than 150, which can't be possible. So you are crossing the governor limits. That's what we are canceling all your previous 150 operations. Okay, now this is a problem here. So I would like to use maximum of 150 DML statements only, not more than that. But as part of my program, it will be using 200 DML statements. But at the time of 151st time, it will hit the governor limit, it will cross it, it will be showing that error message, system dot limit exception, too many DML statements, 151 exception has been arised. Now, in this case, what will happen? Let's see. Whenever I'm trying to be executing this piece of code, it will start the transaction. There is a transaction over here. It will start the transaction. First record inserted successfully. Second record inserted, third record inserted, fourth record inserted, like that 150 records inserted. At the time of inserting 151th record, we are crossing the limitation. So in that case, the record operation has been failed. Once the record operation has been failed, then automatically all the previous 150 operations also will be cancelled by Salesforce. Okay, the whole transaction will get rolled back. Okay, this is a problem. So now my records are not yet inserted. Then how can we solve? You want me to insert 150 records at a time? Suppose I want to insert 1 lakh records inside my object. If I'm inserting 150, 150, 150, 150 like this, then how much time it will take to insert 1 lakh records? It will take more time. Then what can I do? Hmm. What can I do? Now let's see. Now also, even though whenever we are checking the records details, still you will be having same 62 records will be available here. See. Okay. Now, in this case, what we can do? How to solve this problem? Now let me explain. For this one, let me explain a small general scenario. Okay, I will explain a small general scenario so that you can understand very clearly. For example, come to a scenario. Assume that today my mother has given a list of items to bring from supermarket. She asked me to buy some items like some fruits, vegetables, grocery items, whatever. She asked me to bring some items from the supermarket. Like for example, she has given a small list of items to me here. Like she has asked me to bring the items of apple, orange, banana, potato, brinjal, and a shampoo bottle and an ice cream. So these are the items she asked me to bring from the supermarket. So nearby my place, I have a small supermarket is available here. Assume that this is a supermarket. For this supermarket, we have an entry gate. For this supermarket, we have an entry gate. So this is the entry gate that we have for this supermarket. This is the entry gate. And the same will be the exit gate. Now in this supermarket, they have so many items. They are offering vegetables also, fruits also, grocery items also, cosmetic items also. So many items are providing to the customers. Whatever the items they're offering, whatever the products they're offering to the customers, all the products they have placed in different racks. So now they have placed those items in different racks over here. Now in this rack they have placed vegetables, and here they have placed fruits. Here they have placed cosmetic items. Here they have placed shampoos and the soaps. Here they have placed ice creams. Here they have placed dal and other items also. Here they have placed rice bags. So these are the various racks they have. Now, here they have placed vegetables over here. They have placed fruits. Here they have placed cosmetic items. Here they have placed ice creams. Here they have placed some soaps and shampoos. Soaps and shampoos are available in this place. They have placed some dal and other items. And then here they have placed some oil packets. Now, these are the various racks are available. In these racks, they have arranged all these items. Now, here they have a billing counter also. They have a billing counter. They have a billing counter. In this billing counter, there is a salesperson is available over here. Now, he is using a small system. He is using a small system in order to generate the bills. Now, there is a salesperson. We have a salesperson. He's generating the bills over here. Now, so now this is a supermarket environment here. The complete setup is ready. Now in this case here, I want to buy all these items. These are the list of items I would like to purchase. Here I have two scenarios. Let me explain, okay, both the scenarios. Then suggest me from these two scenarios which scenario is the best one in order to buy these items. Okay, now let me explain. Let me explain the first case. I want some apples, orange, banana, potato, brinjal, shampoo, and ice cream. These are the items I want. Initially, I will enter into the supermarket. I will go to the vegetables place. I will take these two vegetables, potato and the brinjal. I will take these two items. I will go to the billing counter. I will make the payment. Okay. I will take these two vegetable items. I will go to the billing counter. I will make the payment. Then I will enter into the supermarket again. I will go to the fruits place. I will take some apples, banana, and then orange. Then I will go to that billing counter. I will make the payment. Then I will enter into the supermarket again. I will go to the shampoos place. I will take a shampoo bottle over here. I will go to the billing counter. I will make the payment. Then I will enter into the supermarket again. I will go to the ice creams place. I will take a small ice cream. I will go to the billing counter. I would like to make the payment. That means for each item, I'm making the payment separately over here. Now tell me, will you follow this approach? Why? It will take time. That means it's a time consuming mechanism. To take that item from the rack, to search for a particular item, hardly it will take 20 to 30 seconds max. But in order to make the payment, we have to wait in the queue for a long time. Suppose if it is a weekend, the queue will be very lengthy, so we have to stay in the queue for more time. It will be killing your time. This is the problem. Okay, now let's come to my code. Whatever the logic that we have written right now observe the logic over here. Now we are writing this piece of code. We have this database. Now we have this database server. We have the database server. Now this is my local system here. Now observe this one. What we are doing right now? Now initially we are preparing the first record with the required values. This is in my local system here. We have prepared our record. That means I'm creating the object of the class. I'm passing all the values for the fields. Then I'm inserting the record. That means it will go to the database server. It will go to the Salesforce server, and then it is inserting the record. Where is this Salesforce server? It may be in US or UK, Germany, Japan, somewhere we don't know. Okay, somewhere the server Salesforce server is located. It will go to the server, it will insert the record. Then it will come back to that for loop. Now the value will be what? 2. It will prepare the second record. Once the record is prepared, it will go to the server, it will insert the record. Then it will come back, it will prepare the third record, it will insert. Then it will come back, it will prepare the fourth record, it will insert. And then it will come back to my local system to prepare the fifth record, it will insert. So it will be keep on moving from server to my local system to server here. That means each record I'm inserting one by one, 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 like that. Okay, now in this case, what happened? As a end user or as a customer, if I'm keep on sending the request to the Salesforce server, if I'm keep on making my server busy, then whatever the remaining customers that already we have discussed, within a single server we are having 8,000 organizations. So, as a member of that organization, if I'm keep on inserting the records one by one, one by one, one by one to make my okay, inserting my 1,000 records or 200 records or 100 records, whatever. If I'm keep on making the server busy, other customers' request will be in the waiting state. Other customers will be getting affected. Now, this is the problem. For that one, Salesforce has given the limitation was within a single transaction, we can use maximum of 150 DML statements, not more than that. Okay, this is the problem. Now, because the scenario which I have explained in supermarket just now, now this scenario both are same. Every time I'm taking one item, making the payment. Taking the second item, making the payment. Like the similar way, I'm preparing the record, inserting the record. Preparing the record, inserting the record. Like that here, I'm keep on inserting the records one by one, one by one, one by one, which will be making your server busy. Because of that, Salesforce has given the limitation we can use maximum of 150 DML statements per transaction. Now tell me here, what is the solution? Come to our supermarket scenario. Tell me what is the solution here. Sorry. Okay, collect all the items first. In this case, what needs to be done? As soon as whenever we are entering into this supermarket, take a small basket first. Okay, we'll take a small basket. So there are some baskets will be available over here. Now let me take a basket. So I would like to take a basket over here. Assume that this is the basket that we have, or a trolley, whatever, anything here. So now I would like to take that basket first. As soon as whenever we are entering into this supermarket, take the basket or trolley. Take the vegetables, whatever you want, add it to the basket here. Take the fruits, whatever you want, add it to the basket. Take the ice cream, add it to the basket. Take the shampoos, add it to the basket. Whatever the other items that you want, we can add it to the basket. Once all the items has been collected, once all the items has been placed into the basket, then finally we can go to the billing counter, we can make the payment. This is what the process we used to approach. Now, the same procedure I want to apply in my logic also. In my Apex program also, I want to do the same. Instead of, as of now, what we are doing, we are preparing the record, inserting the record, preparing the record, inserting the record. I don't want to do that. I want to prepare all the records. Once all the 200 records has been prepared, then I want to insert this 200 records in one shot into my object. Now, in this case, once a record has been prepared, I want to store the record inside a basket. I want a basket. I want a trolley. Then what is that basket in this case? In that basket, what I am going to do, I would like to place multiple records. Now, not the Excel sheet, in programming. Collection, right, exactly. So now we have to use the help of collection. Now this collection is nothing but our basket. So it may be listic collection, set collection, map collection, whatever. But if you want to perform DML operations on the records, then the collection should be a listic collection. On the listic collection of records, we can perform DML operations. So now here in this case, what needs to be done? I would like to take that collection first. Once the collection is available here, then I will prepare the record. I will add the record to the collection. You know how to add the elements to the collection. We know that here. Now in this case, I would like to prepare a collection. What collection I would like to prepare? List collection. I can't use a map. Why? Because if you want to store the records in the form of map collection, we need key and the value pair. Key should be unique. Unique means what? It should be a record ID. Okay, record ID. Do we have record IDs over here? No, because records are still not yet inserted. So there is no record ID, so no map collection concept here. If we want to perform the DML operations on the records, then the collection should be a list collection here. So now, before entering into the supermarket, before preparing the record, I'm preparing a list collection. List of what? What is the data type? What elements you are going to store inside that? hiring manager records. If you want to store hiring manager records in the collection, then what is the data type here? List of what? Not a subject.
Hiring
Hmm.
manager.
List of hiring manager. If you want to store integer elements, what we have to do? List of integer. If you want to store string elements, what we are going defining? List of string. To store the account records, we are defining list of account. To store the hiring managers, then list of hiring manager. Okay, this is the collection here that already told you. LST HR records equals to new list of hiring manager. This is our basket or trolley which can hold collection of elements over here. What we are preparing hiring manager records over here. As soon as whenever I'm entering into this supermarket, I'm preparing this collection over here. That means a trolley or a basket. Now a basket is ready, which can hold a collection of hiring manager records. Depends upon the records which you are going to store, we have to define this list collection of that corresponding data type. Suppose here if you are preparing account records, then we have to define list of account. That's it. Simple concept here. Okay. Whatever the records you are going to store, prepare that type of collection over here. Now, list of hiring manager. So we have prepared a collection which can store a collection of hiring manager records inside it. Now I'm preparing the record. That means I'm going to be collecting this item. Once the item has been collected, then we need to place item inside the basket here. I don't want to make the payment here. I don't want to insert the record over here. I would like to add the record to the collection. This is the record here, HR record. How to add the record to the collection now? Okay, we have prepared the object of this list collection. Okay, here. Then what needs to be done? Hmm. LST
Not
dot
add
this
method.
record. We wanted to add one record because this is one record. Single record here we have prepared. Once the record is ready, we are adding the record by using add method. Okay, HR record. So now in this case, what we are doing, we have prepared a collection over here. Now the collection is empty, no records are available. Now we have prepared one hiring manager record. This is single record. Okay, inside the for loop only we are writing the code here. Now we have prepared this collection. Now once the record is ready, add the record to the collection by using add method. In this case, what it will do, it will prepare the first record, add it to the collection. Prepare the second record, add it to the collection. Prepare the third record, add it to the collection. All the 200 records will be adding to the collection. Okay, by end of the execution of this for loop, now inside the for loop, you will be having total 200 records will be available inside my collection. Now outside the for loop, that means once all the records has been added to the collection, then once all the items are placed inside the basket, then come to the billing counter, make the payment. So I would like to insert collection of records. Okay, that's it. Simple concept here. Concepts are related to our real world scenarios only, nothing different. Now tell me here, for example, I have collected the basket to buy some items here. When I enter into the supermarket, whatever the items that I'm looking for, those items are not available. My basket is empty here. Will you go to the billing counter to make the payment here? No, nothing. That means if the nothing is available in the basket, how can we make the payment here? So here also I would like to check. Suppose here I have given some wrong conditions over here. Then for loop will not be executed. In that case, my collection will be empty. If the collection is empty, do I need to insert anything? No. Nothing is available in the collection. Then what can I insert? So before that, before inserting the records, I would like to check whether my collection is empty or not. How to check? If LST HR records,
Not
how to
equal
check
to
whether
null.
the collection is empty
Not
or
equal
not?
to null.
There is a method to check whether collection is empty or not. Contains is used to search the element. Now I want to check whether collection is empty or not.
Is empty.
Is empty, right?
Is empty.
is empty. Is empty method. Same collection methods, nothing different. Now, I would like to insert the record when if the collection is not empty, so that I'm using this not operator here. If the collection is not empty, that means there are some elements are available. Then I would like to insert this collection of records. Clear? Now tell me here. Now, how many insert statements, how many DML statements we have used here? One. How many records I'm inserting here? 200 records. This is the power of collection. So previously what we did, if you don't have the collections, then each and every record we have to insert separately here. And each record a separate DML statement we have to use. But with the help of collection, we can able to process more number of records just by using a single DML statement. That is the capability of collections. That's what here in the entire development, wherever you go, collection will follow you. Without the collections, we can't implement even a single program also. Whenever you are dealing with some multiple elements, always we have to use the help of collections. Okay, clear? Now, so now in this case here, we are inserting 200 records, but we are following the bulkification mechanism. That means what? Instead of performing the DML operation on each record separately, we can use the help of collection. Once the record is ready, add the record to the collection. Once all the records has been added to the collection, then we can perform the DML operation on collection of records in one shot. This is called as bulkification mechanism or bulkify process. That means don't use a separate DML operation for each record separately. Add the records to the collection. Once all the records has been added to the collection, then on collection of records, on bulk records, we can perform the DML operation just by using one single DML statement. For that reason, we are using the help of a feature called as bulkification mechanism or bulkify process. Okay, clear? So we can perform the operations on the bulk records just by using one single DML statement itself. Okay. Now,
Mm, excuse me, Firoz.
now let me execute this piece of code now. Now click on execute. Do we have any error now? No. Why? I have used only one DML statement over here. Now let's see. Let's go to your debug log file. Don't select debug only checkbox. When you come down to the last of the debug log file, at the last it is indicating governor limits. See. Now tell me, number of DML statements used. How many we have used? 1 out of 150. The limitation is 150. We have used only one. Number of DML rows processed. How many we have processed? 200 records out of 10,000. At a time, we can process 10,000, but as part of our collection, we have only 200 records. So, just by using one single DML statement, we are able to process 200 records in one shot. We can process maximum 10,000 records also in one shot by using one single DML statement itself. Okay, understood the concept here? Now, make a note of this one bulkification mechanism.
Mm, Firoz, do we need to write else statements after if statement?
Now, because here we need to pass the values right for the fields,
Oh, yeah, yeah. So no need, right?
that's what I have written. For this one, we have written else part.
Mm,
Okay, if this is the condition, that means for the first 100 records, these are the values I'm supplying. For the remaining 100 records, I'm passing these values. Suppose if all these fields are optional, you no need to pass this, you no need to write this code. You can simply ignore it.
yeah, yeah.
But here we have designation. Okay, this field is mandatory fields are available. Location is a mandatory field. Okay, so that some mandatory fields are available. We need to pass the
We need to pass.
values.
In the list statement I am asking about.
Now. In the
collection.
list collection, list of hiring manager. Now we
Yeah,
have to prepare this collection over here. Once the collection is ready, in that collection we are adding these elements
yeah, yeah. Ending. If after, do
at
we
the
need to?
ending. Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Now let's see. While performing the DML operations on the Salesforce object records, we have the Gunner limits. We have the Gunner limits. That is, we can use maximum of 150 DML statements within a single transaction. If the user tries to use more than 150 DML statements within a transaction, then it will raise an exception. System dot limit exception. Too many DML statements 151, and it will roll back the completed transaction. And it will roll back the completed transaction. Rollback means canceling all the previous operations. To avoid this problem, we have to use the help of bulkification or bulkify mechanism. Bulkify mechanism. Then in this case, what needs to be done? As a step one, prepare the required collection. Prepare the collection. That means list collection with the associated data type. With the associated data type, which is used to hold the records. Which is used to hold the records inside it. For example, list of account. LST accounts equals to new list of account. As a step 2, prepare the records by using the for loop and add the record to the collection. For example, for integer counter equals to 1, counter less than or equals to some 10, counter plus plus. I'm passing the value. Account ACC equals to new account. I'm creating the object of the account class. Then I would like to pass the values. ACC dot name. I would like to specify sample account counter variable. ACC dot rating some hot. ACC dot industry insurance. ACC dot annual revenue 21 lakhs. Like that, we can supply the values. We can add the record to the collection. LST accounts dot add of ACC. Step 3. Once all the records has been added to the collection, then perform the DML operations on the collection of records at a time. I'm checking the condition. If LST account C is not empty, then I would like to insert LST accounts. Always we have to follow bulkification mechanism in the entire Salesforce development. Don't process each record separately by using separate DML statement always. Because in the implementation also, once you join the company, once you are done with that implementation of the code, okay, there is a code review stage. In that code review stage, my code will be reviewing by other person in my team. Other person's code will be I'm going to review, so that here they will cross check whether you have written any DML statement for each record separately or not. They will cross check that. Don't write like that. Always follow bulkification mechanism. That is a fundamental tool in Apex programming.
Rose, can you scroll down a little bit?
Then up to the step one.
please scroll down.
Done with this code now. So this is the concept of bulkification as part of this collection. So from now onwards, in every program, we have to follow this bulkification mechanism. Right. Basically, this process we are going to be following whenever we are going to be using test classes. Generally, here, if I am inserting the records, okay, inside the object through programming, most of the fields will be having same values. Okay, the records will be having the repeated values over here. If you want to pass the values at runtime, then we have to go for a screen. That means Visual Force programming. That is one way. Second one, we can go with the data loader. Upon inserting the record, the best option is the data loader. We can place the records in CSV file. We can process them through data loader. But this process we are using upon doing the test classes. Okay. At the last, we'll see a concept called as test classes in order to test our business logic. At that time, we need to insert the record. For that one, we are using Apex program. Okay. Now, clear? Now, let me place my code. Write an Apex program to insert 200 hiring manager records inside the object by using bulkification mechanism. Okay, just to make a note of this use case. That is enough. I will share this code anyhow into your document. Okay. So with this one, we are done with that bulkification mechanism and the collections. And tomorrow we'll see the concept of SOQL queries. Okay. Very less members are available today here. Tomorrow we'll see a new feature, SOQL queries. That is the most important one. Don't miss the questions. Okay. SOQL queries will be a bit lengthy topic here. It will take minimum 4 to 5 sessions completely. Okay, in that one we have so many classes are available, and then we have to discuss about the various classes. Along with, we have to discuss about static SOQL queries, dynamic SOQL queries both. Okay, after that we'll see the concept of DML statements and SOSL queries, relationship queries, and triggers concept over there. Okay, now don't miss these features. The features are very, very important. And again, this weekend also we have automation rules concept here. This topic will be continued. We are having practical. Okay. Thank you.